The last thing I want to make is a smoked salmon torte, and this is really the glamour side of the appealing appetizers. It starts with the crepes. I want to make a crepe batter. 3 eggs and a cup and a half of 2% milk. Whisk that together first. A cup and 2/3 of all-purpose flour. Last third of a cup. Whether used for savory or sweet, crepes only take a little sugar, just a tablespoon, and just a dash of salt. So I'll set this aside to rest a little bit. It only takes a few minutes if you're whisking it by hand. I could do the crepe batter in a food processor and a blender, but I would have to let it rest even longer, up to 15 minutes. Resting the crepe batter is important to let the proteins or glutens relax so you have a nice tender crepe. I'll use this time to make the cream cheese filling for the smoked salmon torte. It takes 2.5 packages of cream cheese. The cream cheese is at room temperature, but I want to make it easy to spread on the crepes, so a little bit of sour cream, but layered in the crepe torte, it will set up nicely. And then lemon zest, and some chives, and capers. I'll drain out some of the brine. I don't mind if a little of the caper brine goes into the cream cheese. It adds a little salt seasoning. Set that aside and make some room for making crepes. I'm not taking a break. I actually need the beer for the crepe batter. Adding it right before you make the crepes makes all the difference for an even more tender crepe. I'll get 2 pans heated up. And now I'm ready to make some crepes. Do a light coating of oil. I put a spoonful right in the middle of the pan. And I swirl it right to the edges until the batter stops moving. You cook the crepe 90% of the way on the one side, and it only needs about 10 seconds when you flip it over. But flipping the crepe is where the fun is. When I was in cooking school, I would train myself how to saute, how to flip a pan, you know, to get the vegetables go up the one side and come down without spilling anything. So just 10 seconds, and I slide it off. Those are getting a little hot. That's the end of the crepe action. Time to assemble. Picked up a good quality, thinly sliced smoked salmon. And it's just like icing a cake. Dollop of cream cheese, that's like my frosting. And just spread a sheer layer on top. And then peel away a couple slices of smoked salmon. Just a single layer. Then another crepe. Next layer of cream cheese on top. This is going to be the last layer. And to create a finished edge, I'll ice the sides of the torte just like a cake. So I I want to make sure I get it all covered, put chives on the outside. And before I wrap this in plastic wrap, I'll set it in the fridge for a little bit to let the cream cheese firm up.